This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Martha Roberto, this is Digital Sportscentre presented by Mama's Hands Barbecue and Bar. And Jets fans, tonight's a massive one, as Game 5 is just a few hours away. And we talked about it earlier in the week. If Winnipeg's going to swing the momentum in the series, then they need a bounce back from Connor Hellebuyck. He's been pulled in the last 2 games, and the dominant Vezina Trophy candidate we saw in the regular season is all but gone. Seriously, look at that comparison. Those are drastically different numbers. And it's not just the old school stats. The advanced numbers are even worse. His -7 goals saved above expected is dead last in the NHL. But even if we do get regular season Helley tonight, Jets need some scoring, as they're putting up just 2.5 goals per game, which is 3rd last in the playoffs. And the power play is also struggling. And outside of Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor, not a single Jets player has more than 2 points. And we'll have more Jets talk later in the show, as Jesse Pollock will be popping by from the peg. The Habs are also back in action tonight, taking on the Caps in Game 5 with their backs against the wall. And look at the FanDuel odds, they're 10-1 to win the series. But as some Habs fans might remember, being down 3-1 doesn't mean the series is over just yet. We had to get it in the script today, eh? After that Leafs loss last night, we gotta get it in the script today. Okay, sure. But it's in there for a reason, because it was just 4 years ago when the Habs were down 3-1 to the Leafs before coming back to win the series. They were down early due to some shaky goaltending from Carey Price. But when facing elimination, the Habs goaltending showed up in a big way, helping them upset the Leafs in 7 games. But that's not the only time it's happened. Let's go back to 2010, when like this season, the Habs are matched up against the Capitals in the first round. Also a 1-8 matchup. After going up 1-0, Habs goalie Jaroslav Halak had a very tough stretch, and was even benched in Game 4 as the Capitals took a 3-1 series lead. But again, when facing elimination, Montreal's goaltending came alive, as Halak had one of the best stretches by a goalie in playoff history to help Montreal move on. Now, both of those examples show that when the Canadiens have a hot goalie, they've been able to pull off some improbable comebacks. And that's not impossible this time around either, because even when we look at both Habs goalies in the regular season, they had some really strong runs. As we've seen Sam Montembeault have some great stretches this season, specifically one just over a month ago. And Jakub Dobes closed the season out with back-to-back incredible starts. It'll be Dobes between the pipes tonight again for Montreal. He was in net for the Game 4 loss. So while comeback won't be easy, history tells us not to count out the Canadiens just yet. Now joined by our guy Jesse Pollock to talk some Jets. Jesse, great to see you, Squid.
Great to see you, Risser, as always.
Jesse, tonight you'll be in the building for Game 5. What is the vibe in Winnipeg right now?
You know what? There is a sense of nervousness in Winnipeg right now for sure. It's like you walk outside and you can feel it in the air. This is the President's Trophy winning team that is now 2 losses away from losing in the first round. It's catastrophic to think about if you're a Jets fan. But at the same time, there's some optimism, and that's because the Winnipeg Jets, in my opinion, have the best home fans in the league, and neither team has lost at home yet. And Winnipeg plays at home tonight, and if there's a Game 7, they'll play at home again. So it's encouraging to know that neither team has lost at home yet, and until the Jets lose at home, there's not reason to really feel like it's the end of the world. So we'll see what happens tonight. I think the Jets are going to bounce back in a big way with a win, but time will tell, I suppose.
Okay, Jess, let's do a fill in the blank, shall we? Outside of Hellebuyck, the most important player for the Jets tonight is?
Oh, it's Mark Scheifele. I mean, in games 1 and 2, this guy recorded 5 points. Jets won both games. He was arguably the Jets' best player through those first 2 games. And the last 2 games, 0 points for Mark Scheifele, -5. He's again pushed around a lot as well. When Mark Scheifele's humming, this team is humming. So I expect him to get fully back into gear tonight on home ice, feeling the energy from the crowd. I'm feeling a goal and an assist from Mark Scheifele tonight in a Jets win, but yeah, we got to get him going, that's for sure. He's got to get going, that's for sure.
Jesse Pollock, a pleasure as always. Why don't you get your Leafs chirp in now, though?
Thanks, Risser. And you know what? I had a lot of Leafs fans chirp me about how the Jets have been doing and all this stuff, but your series isn't over yet either, Leafs fans, so be careful.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to admit that I was in the building last night because it was horrendous. No matter how hard I screamed, that wouldn't have buoyed the crowd in any way. Like, the crowd was bad. The team was bad last night. I can't make excuses for them.
Thanks, Risser.
Let's stick with hockey and go to the PWHL, because the league announced another expansion team this morning, as Seattle will be the 8th PWHL franchise, joining Vancouver, who was announced as an expansion team last week. Both teams will begin play at the start of the 2025-26 season. The Seattle team will play at the Climate Pledge Arena, the 17,151-seat arena that's also home to the Kraken. And you know I'm an avid PWHL fan. I have my season tickets here in Toronto, and I highly encourage anyone in those regions, Seattle, Vancouver, get on board early because those tickets are going to sell out. And what a time to be alive. We got to see this league in its inception. We get to see all of the fans and the vibes in the building. It's just nothing I've been to a lot of sporting events, you know this, so like being around that kind of fan base is so uplifting. You have to try it. And seeing a new league grow so fast, so soon, is pretty inspirational. To the association, and the season's on the line tonight for LeBron and the Lakers, as they're on the brink of elimination. Down 3-1 to Minnie as the series shifts back to LA. Offensively, the Lakers don't need many tweaks. It's on the defensive end where the struggles really are, especially Luka Doncic. I mean, you see the defense here, those are some brutal blow-bys. And if the Lakers are going to make the 3-1 comeback, Luka needs to step up on D. Now, in NBA history, a 3-1 series lead is pretty much a death blow, as 95.5% of teams who have that lead go on to win the series. Just 13 of the 290 teams have come back to take a win. But we all remember the most famous version of this. Yeah, break out the LeBron headphones meme from 2016, when he did it in the finals against the Warriors. But can LeBron do it again starting tonight? As the elder millennial I am, I wish that he would, you know? Give us all some life. You can watch the T-Wolves and Lakers tonight on TSN. Coverage begins at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. But before that, it's the Warriors and Rockets at 7:30 Eastern. That's it for me today. See you back here around 3 Eastern. No Pacific! Have a good one.